Hi everybody. I decided to make a video about healthy food. Um, I had uh, I had tomato chutney in mind actually. I thought that it would be something that everybody would enjoy making in the house, and they could actually save a ton of money, which is kind of cool. Um, I had talked about doing all these different types of videos for holistic wellness, and I want to kind of expand from just skin to hair to makeup to everything, because holistic wellness is actually everything. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's get started on this one. What you're gonna do, I don't have a kitchen setup, so excuse that, but the whole idea is to kind of show you the ingredients and then just kind of show how much of what is gonna go together to get the best results, okay? The most interesting, the most tasty results. Okay, so we're gonna use 4 ounces of tomato. That's pretty much what we're gonna do. So you can do 4 ounces. Kind of work out the equations based off how much you're gonna be using. If you're not gonna use 4 ounces, that's fine. Cut down, but then make sure that all the other spices that you put in there are also cut down. Okay. So 4 ounces of tomato, you're going to take it and put into water, boil it in a saucepan. Boil it to a point where the skin actually just comes off and you can just remove it and just take the pulp and put that back in the saucepan without the water and just mash it up. Um, Personally, I like to have the pulp, so I like to have the skin with it. So because it's kind of got that chunky taste to it, so it's kind of really nice. So I normally just put the skin in as well. It's good. It's like it's high in fiber. How can you go wrong with that? So you just go ahead and put that in and just mash it up nice. And you're gonna add grated ginger. You're gonna add that ginger in, make it really fine when you kind of slice it. And you're gonna put garlic, which is amazing for you. It's the healthiest thing we have. You have to have fresh garlic, okay? No garlic powder. No, no, no. There's no artificial in here. Everything fresh. So you're gonna take the garlic and you're gonna chop it up. The garlic is going to be, let's see, it's going to be 2 ounces of garlic. So you can use a measuring cup, which would be nice to do. So just kind of measure it out to whatever, wherever it says ounces. Just go by the ounces and just go to around about half an ounce of ginger. So half an ounce of ginger, and then you're going to have 2 ounces of garlic, and you're going to take a little bit of red chili powder. Um, you can do as much as you want, and you can do as less as you want, and you can actually do without it even. So if you like to do cayenne pepper, you can swap this out for that. But I do like the Indian red pepper. It's really spicy. So you do want to add a little bit of it, depending on how much you like. Don't follow what I'm going to tell you. I could tell you 1 ounce, and you'd probably be like, "Oh my God, it's too hot." So don't do it. Just do whatever you can handle. Okay. So that's one, and then so you have. Let's do a recap. 1 ounce of chili pepper. You're gonna have 4 ounces of tomato. You're gonna have 2 ounces of garlic, and you're gonna have half an ounce of ginger. And I normally prefer to do sea salt. You can do sea salt as well, and I don't like to tell people how much to put because everybody has different likes it different. They like it. Some like it more salty, some don't. So totally your choice. Normally I just take a little bit like this, so around about there, and oops, right there, and I'll just go ahead and toss it in. But you can do half a teaspoon, you can do a teaspoon. It's totally up to you. Okay. So that goes in. So the red chili pepper, you got the salt, you got the garlic, ginger, you got the tomato. You got to kind of really mix it up. Put a little bit of water in it. Not a bad idea to have some water in it. Add some water in it and just let it cook. So it kind of starts to dry up and gets really kind of pasty, like pulpy. So once that pretty much this is what it's going to be looking like, but that's the end result. We're getting there. So what you're going to do is just go ahead and just kind of keep stirring it on in the saucepan on the stove, and get it really pulpy. And when it's ready, then you're going to get really thick. That's when you're going to go ahead and add you're going to add vinegar. You're going to add round about, let's see what it says here. My good old grandma's recipe. Um, it is going to be, it says 1 pint of vinegar. Honestly speaking, it gets really sour if you did 1 pint of vinegar. I would do a quarter pint. So see, this is what you have. So round about here. That's enough. Honestly, the idea of the vinegar is to keep it, preserve the chutney. The whole, we call it chutney, you call it relish, right? So I mean, I call it relish, you call it chutney. No, kidding, just the other way around. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and add the vinegar in to kind of preserve it, and then we're going to do so that's a quarter pint of that, and then you're going to add the oh yeah, how can I forget this? You're gonna add the raisins in. Make sure they're seedless. I do like the ones from Trader Joe. I don't advertise it. I'm not advertising Sprout either. But yes, you do want to get nice raisins. Don't get the cheap stuff. Get the organic. Get the good stuff for all this. Get the organic tomatoes and get the organic stuff for it. Okay. So yeah. So add the raisin and the vinegar in the end, and that's when you're gonna add the sugar in. If you're diabetic and you can't handle sugar, don't add sugar. Just add a little bit. It's okay, just for the taste of it if you want. If you can't handle it and your doctor totally doesn't allow it, then just go for a little bit of a sweetener. Just add that. Even if you don't do it, your raisins are still going to make it really sweet. Okay? So the raisins over here are going to be, let's check that again, my grandma's recipe. It is 8 ounces of raisin. So you're going to do 8 ounces of raisin in there, okay? Okay, so you got that. And just stir it up. And you're going to stir up the raisin, you're going to stir up the vinegar in it, and just make it right nice and thick. So do a recap. 4 ounces of tomato. You're going to add the ginger and the garlic, okay, as I mentioned to you. Add the chili and the salt. Stir it. Make sure you take the pulp of this. If you like the skin, fine. If you don't like it, fine. It's not a deal breaker either ways. So go ahead and add that in. And then once in the end, once it's ready, you're going to add the raisin, you're going to add the vinegar, and you're going to add a little bit of salt. If you can't take salt, what are you going to do? Yes, exactly. You're going to go ahead and use the other thing that you use. What is it? The sweetener. I don't like the sweetener, honestly. So actually, you know what? You could even try, oh my god, I didn't think of that. You could actually add honey instead of, to make it more healthy. Raw honey would be really nice, just to kind of give a little bit of a sweetness to it, if you really want. You don't have to do too much because this is not a dessert. This is more like a sweet and a sour and like a tangy taste to it, sweet, sour, spicy. That's what chutneys are all about. It's a little bit of everything, so it's a kick of everything in there. The raisins are amazing. Just to let you know, that's one other thing I want to cover. Very high in fiber, very, very healthy for you. So you want to do this, that's amazing. Add the raisins in. If you don't want to do this, sometimes I'll just swap it out for prunes. Prunes are amazing too. They're really high in fiber. Just chop them up and use them like raisins. They'll do the same job. Make sure they pit it. You don't want to have the seeds in there. And that's it basically. So once that's ready, this is what it's going to look like. Ta-da! Oh, my bowl looks a little messy, but so that's what the consistency is, as you can see. Now you're going to make sure that you're going to put it into an airtight jar, okay? Because that's what's going to make it last long. And don't use a dirty spoon in there. Like, don't use a spoon that you use in maybe yogurt and then you put it in here. It's going to mess it all up. It's going to get fungus and it's not going to taste. You don't be able to hold it. So this right now with the vinegar and stuff like that can be put away into a bottle and it can last you a while and airtight. Okay. Now you can serve it as an aperitif. You can having a little bit of that with, with barbecue sauce, sorry. When you're doing the barbecue, you can just kind of have this on the side. You can, if you're a complete vegetarian, you can just go ahead and take a celery and just use it as a dip and keep eating it like you do with salsa. What else can we do with that? You can go ahead and use it as in the wraps, the chicken wraps, the fajita wraps. They come out amazing. Um, this is what I like to do. I want to share that with you, okay? Don't tell anybody I told you. This is my favorite. Right there. This is. Love it. This is the French bread. It is amazing. I totally, totally love it. We have a place over here in Vegas where we actually can get it. It's a place called Bonjour. That's what it's called. It's the French bakery. That's the only one we have. Actually, the people who are doing it are French, so it's kind of cool. It's a lady. I met her the other day, and she's a Caucasian lady. She's married to an Asian guy, and she has a kid who's just coming. He's a boy. He's coming from Paris right now. He used to live in Paris all his life. Anyway, so this is basically what we're gonna do. Like this. So you can do this for an aperitif as well. You cut these pieces up right there, like that. And I like to make them kind of little on the thin side is nice. So we got this. So, for example, this is what I'm gonna have like this, and then a little bit of this on top. See this? Isn't that awesome? This is so good. If you're watching a movie, you're gonna finish it all. Oh my god. Don't do that. It's gonna be high on sugar then. Okay, so here we go. We got this. It's gonna look like this. So if you serve it as an aperitif, this would be really pretty on a nice glass platter. It'd be really nice. But now I'm gonna try it because I gotta try it. I made it. Mm. Mm. It's amazing. You guys gotta make it. It's really, really good. Hey, you know what? It's all about holistic wellness. It's all about organic food. It's all about healthy food. You can't go wrong. There's no chemicals in here. Everything's vegetarian. So if you're on a weight loss or otherwise you want to just eat healthy, here we go. You're not gonna spend a ton of money on this. If you went down to the stores, same thing can end up costing you a ton of money. You don't want to spend that money. It could be around about $3 for a tiny little jar of tomato chutney. You must have seen it some of the stores out there, different states, different places. But so this is what we're gonna have. Bon appetit. I hope you enjoy.